let's hope that you can hear me okay. And I still have to figure out a little bit better angle with this thing, but I did switch, so this may not be as clear, but this should be much clearer. So what I've been trying to do is get this room straight. I'm at my new desk, well, my new to me desk, and I put a picture up on Patreon for all y'all, and I put a picture on Instagram, trying to get better about this whole Instagram thing, and I'm exhausted. I went to the doctor. I had a doctor's care this morning. It's a personal matter. It's one of those cyst kind of things. I don't think y'all want the TMI stuff, but needless to say, I'm extremely uncomfortable and on an antibiotic, and yeah, life is just wonderful. I am trying to get some things together. Oh my god, y'all. I'm exhausted. And I don't even know why I'm up, except that I need to get a few more things done, because tomorrow my mom is coming. My mom's coming. She's mostly coming to see Maria and the baby, but yeah. And my hair is still wet. I wanted it to be out of my. Let's redo this. So anyway, I have a lot of stuff to do. And I'm really tired. It's been a very long day. Kind of. I pooped. But this is going to be part 1 of the vlog. And no, I'm so sorry. Okay. This is I'll be back. Hey y'all, how are you? I hope that this finds you well. It feels good to have this mostly set up. It's been a long time since I worked with a surface that doesn't have a whole lot of storage underneath it. There are no drawers. So my white plastic container for silverware that I have stuff for my, I don't know what I'm gonna do with. I've got to, everything is on the craft table now that came out of my desk or in a box. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do. I was going to give my daughter that cart. Well, now I'm thinking I might actually need the cart. Or I might redo what I have right here. Put my plant, like, on my desk. Remove some of that stuff. And put some of my stuff on there. Like, out of the red cart. Because the red cart is actually the one I use a lot, so I am going through and figuring out what's what, because I've actually already gotten rid of another bag of trash out of here, and I've got to figure out the lighting situation, because see the shadows, y'all, the shadows, and it's too gray and cloudy outside. I mean, I could open the window. Let's see if it makes any difference. I'm knocking my bobbleheads off. Okay. Let's get back up here. Put it right there. So, no, it didn't really make much of a difference. Didn't really make much of a difference. I look really white. Like, whited out in this. I'm hoping that when I'm editing, it will fix some of that. I'm thinking it might be the lamp. But anyway, I'll get it all adjusted. If I have to move it a little bit and then put the ring light over this. I don't like the ring light because I like the light, but if there's anything that can catch the ring, it will So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Because this doesn't have a back to it, because it has the sawhorses underneath it. So that ring light will actually probably work under this table. I don't know. We'll see. I might have to get David to take my little shelf off of this to put the ring light up there. Because we put the shelf so that this thing that clamps to that shelf could work. Anyway, I'm figuring it out, and that's what's important. So this got, and this I did first part. So I'm trying to keep up with what I'm doing. I wasn't able to film on the way to Columbia. It was a boring drive, but so I have a lot to do today, and my mom is coming, so I need to find something for dinner that my mom will like. I think I want that for my journal. This looks like David's parents. I don't have anything in this. I will figure something out. Maybe, yeah, I'll just take a picture of her. I don't know. I might just put this, there. So, what I wanted to talk about. You know, I've been talking a lot about 2020. Well, that's not what I want to talk about, because I think I've figured that out. And whatever I haven't figured out, I'll figure out, because I'm ordering things in November so that I can get things for December. One of the things I think I'm going to do is order a Hobonichi A5 with the calendar and the blank days, because I don't really need the weekly. Cut and order one plain A5. Cut the plain A5 down. I wish some of these places would have B6. I mean, honestly, regular B6 and not that B6 slim stuff. Okay, so we get to here, and this is what I've been taking some notes. For those of you who, I guess, read, if you've already seen the post with a picture of my new desk, like sort of set up, you'll know that I went to the doctor, have a cyst, and it's about the size of a ping pong ball, and it just kind of came up overnight, and it's right on the inside of my inner thigh, in a not very good place, you know, where my underwear line rubs. So sorry if that's too much information. So I'm on an antibiotic, and I've got this salve to put on, and yeah, my life is oh yeah. So I'm going to write some more. So I wrote this so far. This month is about taking the time to gather my thoughts, practices, creativity, and energy together, making sure to pause before I act and ask myself the important questions. Is this a need or a want? Is the energy worth the effort? Is it fun, interesting, creative? Is it something I want to share? Is it something I feel like I need to share? One of the things I've noticed, I watched a few videos, catching up on some videos from some of my favorite peoples. I watched, I think, 2 of Amy Graham's. I watched, I want to say this past week, 2 of Bree's. I watched Talks from the Heart, where she and Sarah Martinez went to visit Sarah Martinez, and Sarah took her to where she gets her notebooks cut, because evidently Office Depot stopped cutting them for her. They won't cut them anymore. She had the notebooks cut down to B6 Slim. Not a B6 Slim fan, but they looked great. And she was talking about how you can make sure, like, if there's something on the front or the back of the notebook, That's what I do when I take it to Staples. But, so it got me to thinking. I talked to Bree about the kind of journal I want. I like the idea of a sketch journal where it's mostly art and some photos, and it's just like little passages, little bits and pieces of stuff, not where I journal out. It's time to do a flip through, and that way you'll know more what I'm talking about. Okay, so I have this, and this is something I've been wanting to put in my journal. It's all these different coffee mugs. This is the guy that made my my Jaws, my handmade Jaws coffee mug. I got for my birthday. He makes vases, but they're, I don't know, that's a gravy thing looks like, and a bowl. But the ones that are actually coffee cups, I was like, I could have a different coffee cup for all kinds of things, There's a map on here, but I like that. But anyway, that tells you what I use sometimes for my journals. Okay, so I started this in August after One Book July. I've been thinking about my word of the year for next year. Anyway, so we've got bullet journaling in with my journaling. And it took me a bit to kind of get back into the art part. Like, I was being creative. I still, even after One Book July and trying to do like the whole thing in one thing, I still feel awkward with the to-dos. I don't know what, like, I can be creative with the rest of the page, but I just don't like that. Okay. So you can really tell I'm starting to get back into the swing of things here. And I'm putting random bits and pieces into my journal. I did this because this is just to-dos and, different things. But I am getting a bit more creative. Like, I didn't really draw anything. These were notes about some stuff. Sketch notes. Trying to figure out some things. And I don't know why I even put anything down for tracking much of anything on the weekend, because I don't really bother to do much of that. Theme ideas. So I'm thinking about November's theme. I don't know. Still, I've done books and that kind of stuff mostly for NaNoWriMo months. So, but you can tell I'm kind of getting back into the swing of things here. I never did finish this. I mean, I had stuff tucked in here. That's actually a pocket. Miss Selena. Oh, she's 2 months old today. 2 months old. Victor. No, Mimi, I don't want my picture taken right now. Some of these I never went back and filled in, and now it's really too late. So, I'll just leave the images there. Let's see. It's okay for the blank pages. Really don't care. I can stick stuff in. If I get stuff in, like, see this blank pages. But that's okay. The Stephen King thing was really fun, the theme. I really didn't use those. But I did see this thing on Pinterest where they did Dutch store tracker. Like January was here, and then December was here, and then the pages in the middle were the rest of the months. My journal is never going to last me for a whole year unless I'm actually in the Hobonichi. And it's the one big book. Because I do so much writing, even this 365 days worth won't last me. I'll end up using 2 of these for the year. So I could do 6 months like that. But if I have the journal that has 68 GSM Tomaway River paper, because that is thicker. I love how that turned out. The clock, that bit off his hand, and the gunslinger. Actually, that's on a thing I stuck in here somewhere. Did pretty good. I didn't, that last week and a half. This is a postcard someone sent me. A long while back. I found it and I decided to put it in the journal. And here's where we get to the hurricane. I moved that, but I was doing pretty well with it. See, I don't want to-dos. Just don't like them like that. I like how this turned out, but I don't really write much in there. I like them so much, I didn't want to write in them. And then now you really, really start to see it because it's been coming. And when we went to Georgetown, I stopped doing to-dos. Oh, I never filled that in. Son of a gun. Okay. That's the only one. Yeah, I'll do that. And you can really tell. Now I start doing to-dos. And when I get to-dos, like I did okay with this one, I just don't, I don't know. Yeah. So I need to go in and finish writing some of this stuff down. I spent the day with my daughter that day. There's the back of my Jaws mug. Chocolate, milk and pizza. I still haven't done this one yet either. Got some work to do, y'all. I didn't do shit for haven't even watercolored this one yet. So, I don't know. I may watercolor this and pick a picture and put a picture right here and then call it a day for this one. This one I actually started and I'm going to finish writing. That's a sandwich, like a Philly cheese sandwich. And this was Saturday and Sunday, but I like this. My daughter's birthday presents. And now I guess I'm going to Candlebox because Marie said it's just too much trouble. Her being gone that long right now because she's breastfeeding. And her milk, when she pumps, it's problematic because she ends up doing too much afterwards. Like as if she were producing for twins when she pumps. And she doesn't want to leave Selena for that long and blah. I like 3 songs by them. So I'm taking the earplugs. And my phone. I'll probably play solitaire and the earplugs. I don't know, but so I ended up putting these 2 pictures twice for completely different reasons. There we go. And this was yesterday's page with my new desk. So yeah, that's this says prescription, and I wrote what I got. I almost wanted to do E.T.'s hand with the, ouch. Miss Selena with her unicorn diaper on, sleeping. And that's it. Having found my groove back with this, having found my groove back with this has really made like a huge, huge difference. I feel like I need to go to the store and get some more damn coffee. I feel like my journaling has been evolving and growing and changing, which is why I haven't been too upset with myself ever flip-flopping back and forth between so many different things. It was good to try a bunch of different things. That way I figure out what I do and don't like, whether I like bullet journaling more in the A5 and journaling in the B6, planning in the A5. What do I really like? What have I really enjoyed? And I love a Chunky Monkey notebook. I really do. But there are some drawbacks to it. This is the Nanami paper micro dot. And I was bullet journaling in this too. So I have August, September, October. And I'm probably going to have November. Hopefully, maybe I'll have December in here too. And then I'll be starting a new journal. That's my goal. So that would be August, September, October, November, December. That'd actually be 6 months in this. And it has 400 and something pages. I think I quit numbering after a certain... I did. I quit numbering after 450. Maybe it's 880 pages. I'm not sure. But I quit numbering after 450. So, if I use 2 of these a year for this kind of thing, and that would give extra room, though, because I won't be bullet journaling in it anymore, that would work out just fine. What I don't know about the Enigma, I don't think has quite as many pages as this micro dot. Really like the ordering a notebook from Bree. I think that will have 68 GSM. I thought about mixing up the mixed media and the Tomoe River paper. I thought about doing that. That's what's in the journal that she made for me that I completely filled up. That very first one, it had been such a while since I had filled up a journal. And in some ways, it's good to have a mixture of paper, but in other ways, I disliked it when it was like one of this and one of this. Now, when it was the same and then the next page was the different, but you can't really do that unless you put like vellum or something in there. But I really am liking how this is turning out. It's gonna bug me. So I was thinking, I don't have any water. Oh, hold on. So, like I said, Bree's supposed to be making me a journal. She's coming up with a quote and stuff for it because mine is a custom order. And I wasn't sure if she was still doing the custom orders or not. Doesn't hurt to ask, So I asked. I've got to get either an extension cord or a heat gun with a longer cord. Because right now, my cord is not long enough. Alright, Monday, September 30th. Let's see in my pictures what I have. I'm gonna need to get quite a lot of the film for this zip now that I've really gotten the hang of using it and it's so much easier, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna have to stock up on the film for it. Because I love this thing now. And I could adjust the picture a little bit and I could adjust this or that. But this is for, these are for my journal pages. It's not for, like, you know, I mean, how long has it been since, you know, our stuff didn't work as well as it does now? Okay, after that I'm done with the pictures. I figure out what date that was taken. I know that's from a different night, but I don't care. It's gonna go there. And then I'll print the other picture that goes there, and that will help me get things back. Because I have a picture of Maria and Selena together. I want to put there. Yeah, I like how this is turning out. I might put a picture of David because that was about David. I don't know. That's the fun about it. I get to kind of do things, you know. I don't always have to do exactly what like is expected. I remember this day because I did get to see Victor. I'm so happy that my mom's coming. Okay, it's still a little damp, so I'm gonna let that dry. So, I have been charging the phone and pulling videos from it so that I can put together the vlog. Now, the reason that I'm doing this, and I know I don't normally do a flip for y'all, but I wanted to do the flip because I'm going to show you something else. Let this dry. I'm dropping everything today. Okay. Alright. Put this stuff back in here. Alright. What I didn't think about, which is what I'm going to do for next year, is in this the Astro Moon Diary book. It has the calendar right here for 2019. And it has the calendar right here for 2020. I am going to cut this out and put it in my 2020 bullet journal. I'm not messing with it right now. I'm going to get another one of these. I love this thing. I cut stuff out of it. I use it for the moon stuff because I love this thing. So I will be getting another one of them. It's a weekly calendar. It has these calendars in the back that I could technically use, which is something I may start doing so that I don't have to write a calendar down and just use these in my bullet journal, and then I can use a log or in my draw calendar. I don't know. Maybe November will be planets and the moon or something, astrology, I don't know, something. But I like the way that this is. Monday is Columbus Day here. It's also my daughter's 28th birthday. I had her on Columbus Day. It's not a holiday she likes. She's like, Mom, couldn't you have had me when I was due, which was Halloween? I'm like, I wish, you had the birthday you want. My son was due on July 4th, and I had him June 8th. So, but so far, some of the things I think I'm gonna, for the rest of this year, I'm gonna put my steps here. Like, I've got this little bit. That's it. That bracelet's making that noise. This I need to move. Here's my calendar. Oh, okay. It's time for my reflection. I've already done it. Quality is not an act, it is a habit, by Aristotle. I started the month out with 18 patrons and 3,216 YouTube subscribers, I believe. That number might be off. I will check. And then I'm going to put that down. I went to the doctor. I've got to call the dermatologist for a completely different reason. Okay. I think that's his name. I don't know. But anyway. So this is, like, I've been writing important appointment things or things that are events and things like that. My mom is coming. I put this on the wrong damn date. Oh, yeah. So anyway, this did not work out very well, but this has been working pretty well. So we're right here, and I need to finish filling it in. I got some more vitamins yesterday. I think I'm gonna scan this and take a picture of, scan it and make it its own little PDF. I really love this. And okay, I was interrupted. Alright, so like I said, this not working quite as well. I think it would be better if I did it that way, or just keep up with it in the same place that I'm doing the tracking. So that's probably what I'm going to do for next month. And I like being able to add different bits into here. I took a photo, added a quote. I'm not worried about the blank page. I may come back in later and do some doodles or something. I'm still working on my Preptober, y'all. This is I need to make my writing a priority. This notebook has been so helpful, bullet journaling, for my anxiety and my depression, but especially for my ADHD. Now, for some people with anxiety, having lists, especially like a long to-do list or a to-do list in general, that kind of thing, can trigger anxiety because it overwhelms them. So the key to that is to start with maybe 3 to 5 things that are your priority things, and only list those as your to-dos. And instead of writing like a dot or a square that you fill in or whatever, you could, for things that you want to do, maybe if you use the dot, you could just do a little line and say, today, I'm trying to think of what's on my actual list and what's not. Let's look back. Okay. I need to get at least part of the craft table cleaned off. I need to change our linens. I could have one to do for the video in general instead of film, edit, and upload, so that it doesn't look like so many to-dos. I could just put the name of the video, in parentheses, put FEU, you know, and then that way it doesn't seem so overwhelming. On the days when my anxiety is pretty high, that's usually what I do. Like, I'll just write the name of the video, and I'll put an F, an E, and a U, and I'll just X those out, and voila, I'm done. I've noticed, though, for my ADHD, I need to actually have things labeled. This is filming the second or the third. This will be the third part now. It would also, like, for things, it lets me know what direction I'm headed in. Like this afternoon, David's going to go with me to Aldi's to do the grocery shopping. Sometimes he does, but he's got to work tonight because he's going to be off next Friday night. So last night was his only night off, and he slept. And he's up this morning. He had just had some breakfast. We both had a banana, and I think he had something else, and he had some juice. And I'm going to have a yogurt in just a little bit. I did wake up this morning, and I drank half of my bottle of water, and I took my antibiotic, and I took my vitamins. Instead of putting these separate, I could just put comma and then put Facebook group, because I haven't put the copy of the picture to my Facebook group of my new desk. That's one of the things. Now, let's go back to here. Having things like this, ideas, back here, and I'm still thinking about it, and I keep leaving it in different places in here. So when I go to there's a picture I want to put here. This I think is probably going to be my list of things for November. So one of the things I want to do for November, other than writing stuff, it's my YouTube anniversary. Actually, that's this month. It's now. Shit. It'll be tomorrow. Yeah. 2014, October 14th. Okay. So I guess this isn't November. So we're going to write here. I really like sometimes I fill stuff out, and sometimes I don't. Oh, I did do the hair mask. And then I ended up doing the face mask, so I did them. Just didn't do them. I think I did them Thursday and Friday. I split it up. I have filmed this. This is how I'm making my grocery list. Y'all, I had an egg white omelet with spinach and tomatoes and onions and pepper jack cheese. When David and I went to IHOP, it's next door to Doctor's Care here. And after I saw the doctor, we went to IHOP. We were both starved. Because we went after David got off work. And I didn't even have coffee. And then I gotta do this Monday. If they're open. If they're not, I'll be doing it Tuesday. Did do that. Saturday. So this is what I'm doing right now, and this is we're going there. Okay. When I journal, doing the bullet journal really helps me with the ADHD, which helps reduce my anxiety. Sometimes I get a bit overwhelmed with the to-dos, and like I said, I'll condense them. And instead of writing it as a to-do, I'll write it as a note. Like, if I have a chance to get these things done, I will. And then that little dash can become a box and I can fill it in. No big deal. I'm going to talk a bit about journaling for anxiety in just a minute, because this is for me to get my thoughts together, and then it's going to go up on YouTube. So this is this week coming. And I would have filmed the watercoloring of this, but I had no desk or anything in here. Everything was a disarray, and I needed a break. So I sat down and kind of organized my thoughts a little bit. I haven't written any of the to-dos. And I saw somebody with reflection on their weekly, and I thought that would be a really good idea, because instead of taking a whole page, like Or if I come across a thought while, I can write that reflecting down while I'm doing my morning and evening reflecting. If it's something important, I can write it right there. Normally, I do reflection like this, where I talk about things. And I'm sorry, my phone's going to make all kinds of notifications, but I can't turn it down because I'm expecting my mom and my brother and my brother's girlfriend to come to town. They're going, I think, to my daughter's. So anyway, doing the bullet journal has really helped me, like I said, with the ADHD and the anxiety. Journaling for anxiety and depression, if you longhand journal, like journal, like Dear Diary kind of journal, or use prompts for things, and you are just journaling, and you are talking about how you feel, what you think, your pain level, or your anxiety level, or your depression level. It's a black day. Is it a purple day? Is it a blue day? Is it a pink day, yellow day? Whatever color you relate to, or whatever word you relate to, or whatever number you relate to, that helps. Writing the good and the bad and the ugly and the beautiful helps you also identify and observe triggers and patterns. I don't do a whole lot of that anymore. Now I can tell by my journaling and by other things, like between the art journaling and the journaling in the house, I can tell when I'm overwhelmed, stressed, anxious, depressed, like putting on the weight. So anyway, I used to do that kind of journaling. I was in cognitive behavioral therapy, and you're supposed to try to change your mindset about things, and I was doing that. But, and I did a lot of that kind of journaling. But I don't do a lot of that kind of journaling much anymore. I do some journaling when things really start to, my hand itches, when things really start to bother me. I will do that kind of journaling. But nowadays, I really don't. I mostly use creativity and journaling, creative journaling, different things like that to help. I get into the zone when I'm drawing or writing or watercoloring or putting pictures or collage bits or whatever down, which is why I have a tendency to have a really hard time talking while I do that kind of stuff. I feel a lot better. Hopefully the antibiotics will start working. So like I'll write down things like that, like my pain level really high. And I was talking to David about, right now other stuff hurts, so my neck and my shoulders don't seem as bad, and I'm having to take ibuprofen. I'm alternating between Tylenol and ibuprofen because I actually am running a low grade fever because of the infection. Anyway, back to journaling. I'm so sorry. The kind of journaling that I do now for my anxiety and depression is just more natural journaling. It's about the creativity, getting in that zone. So whenever I was looking at this and I was thinking, okay, we got looks like a bird. It was supposed to be a fly, but it looks like a bird. We got a bird here and a bird here. We got little spiders. Oh, my little spider has no eyes. And the other one's got an extra leg. Or two. Okay. I'm gonna have to give these eyes too, I reckon. Okay. So I had fun with this. And it was relaxing. And that's what I said. Like, I took a break from doing all this stuff because I had cleaned out my whole desk. I've gotten rid of 2 bags of trash. I cleaned out my whole desk. I've got to go through and clean this stuff up. And you see a mess over there because I've got boxes and books over there, y'all. Yeah. I mean, that's just the way it is. I got to clear some of that out. I've got one whole part of part of this room clean, and one whole part I'm still working on, along with the craft table, because I didn't realize I had so much storage in that desk. And David said, well, baby, do you want to get rid of the table and get the bigger desk and put it in here and use it as a craft table? I said, no, because everything, it's solid in the back, and I can't, my chair, the whole reason I wanted to get rid of my little red desk, because I love that desk, is because I can't slide underneath it properly. So that and I like having the red, and this is up higher, and the sawhorse bits are natural wood. And journaling about yesterday made me realize something, other than the fact that I kept knocking all kinds of crap over. So let's do this. So what happened is yesterday, let's go to yesterday's page. I was doing this, and I'm going to write a note. Now that it's the next day, I'm going to do a bit of journaling, which is something I've wanted to start doing. I will journal about how the day went. Now, I have my breakfast, lunch, and dinner here. I have thought about doing 2 little squares every day for anxiety, depression, pain, maybe just mood and pain, so that it makes it easier to put it on the tracker, or doing a little, I don't know, something. Because it changes throughout the day, and I don't know that I want to start keeping a time log, which is the only thing I'm hesitant about when I was talking about the Hobonichi. Is I think if I'm going to be more accountable and more successful being accountable, I'm going to have to keep better track of my time. I'm going to have to start using the timer more. I'm going to have to start paying attention and not getting lost in Netflix and Hulu and YouTube and Amazon Prime and stuff like that. So what I'm thinking is that maybe it's wouldn't be a bad idea to do this, like over here, like, okay, all right, we'll do AM, midday, evening, okay, and I could block time. I think how I want to start putting the things in order of how I should be doing them is another thing, and that will help my ADHD and help my anxiety. It's not really going to help the depression, but if I write notes down about how my day went and how I felt about my day, then when I start getting depressed and I start going, I haven't done anything, I suck at this, I don't know why I'm doing this, you know, that whole imposter syndrome and comparing myself and, you know, this and that and the other, I can look back and see, hey, I got things done, and I pat, you know, it was a pat myself on the back day. It was a get off your butt day, you know. I showed up even when I didn't feel good. I showed up even when I was in pain. I got this cleaned. I got this done. I got this video filmed, edited, and uploaded in the time span in that day. You know, that kind of thing. And that way I can go back and I can look. And I've got to-dos. I've got notes. I've talked about what I did. I ate pretty healthy. Hey, I'm rocking it. You know, and that will help me turn those negative talk, negative speak things that are going on, turn them into positive things, because I'll have proof that, hey, yeah, maybe I had a bad day, I had a bad morning that morning, but overall my day turned out really well because I got past that by doing some meditation. The meditating that day really helped me, or the walking and getting outside that day really helped me. You know, different things like that. And I think it's important that we kind of cover those parts of our lives, not just the things that, make us feel good. Like this actually says, some days you have to grin and bear it. Today was one of those. Seeing pictures of my grandkids and things that make me smile made me feel better. Some days Maria sends me pictures of Victor or Selena or both, and those days especially are good days. But the days when I'm able to see them in person are the best. Today I got a lot of work done, but the photos make me smile and keep me focused. Oh, coffee also helps. Because when I was in a lot of pain on Wednesday with my shoulders and my neck, and I kept doing the heating pad because it was stiff. It was so stiff. It felt like it had infection. It felt like I could barely move my head at some points. Ibuprofen really helped. Stretching it really helped. And then I ended up at the doctor with an infection on Friday in a completely different area, but now my neck isn't bothering me anymore. So I will write about today the pain is worse in my jaw on Thursday. So you see, I will talk about it, but then I get things done. Think in the morning, act in the noon, eat in the evening, sleep at night. So, I was getting worried about my neck. I don't have time to be ill, is what I said. So I'm just going to take it easy today, get stuff done, but take my time. Slow and steady, it says. And then I talked about the Halloween doodles, which I'm trying to turn into the PDF. I need to add that. I will add that to here. I will turn it around, that negatives or the negative feeling. Not necessarily, it doesn't have to be negative self-talk. It could be that negative feeling. I want to get into a better place. So in a way, kind of manifesting my idea of what today is going to be like, or how I can make my intentions towards having a better day, even though I feel like crap. And if I think about all the things that I love to do, and I can do some of those things that I love, then maybe the pain won't seem so bad. And eating healthier and stuff helps too. And journaling about stuff like this, like walking, like eating healthier. I think the more I can be accountable in my journals, and the more that I can show up and say, hey, this is what I did. And I know some people are like, why the hell are you posting pictures of food on Instagram or on Facebook, or well, I'm holding myself accountable. I am starting to post more pictures on Instagram, and I'm posting pictures on Facebook. I don't always want to post my journal pages. This is a good way to, hey, I ate healthy today. Hey, even if I don't post them on Facebook or Instagram, if I take pictures of them and I add them in my journal, then that helps me when I go back a few days or a week or 3 weeks later, and I can look through my journal. And the key to, if you want to know what patterns you have, what things that you've been doing, looking back at your journal pages helps you see that. You can tell kind of when I had bad days or when I had a really busy day. If I had a bad day, it has nothing. If I had a busy day or whatever, I don't end up with like a whole lot of writing sometimes, or writing stops. So, but I think the key to some of this is to say, hey, RB Illustration Studio. I really like her work. That's where I get my Patreon and YouTube stickers from. This is one that she sent me, and my Monday morning coffee is one that she sent me. And I just haven't figured out where I want to put that yet. Probably going to go in the front of my bullet journal for now. Yeah. But it helps me keep up with things. That's when I plugged the Fitbit back in, got it all charged, and started wearing it. And so that's what I wanted to talk about. I know this is a hodgepodge of things. I've done a little bit of watercoloring. I've done journal flips. But sometimes I think it's important that we kind of talk about what's going on and why we're doing what we're doing and reviewing what we're doing and why we're doing it. Is this something that still resonates? Have I changed, evolved to a point where this is, my journaling has improved, has changed. Some days are better than others, that's for sure. But, I think it's important that we cover some of these things. And that we're honest with ourselves, Okay. And I hope that y'all have a good one, and I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will see y'all again soon.